Aloha, shifters, multidimensional friends, international, world-changing, beautiful people out there. Much love. This is Skull Babylon, and it's been a while, and it's nice to be able to talk to you guys. And boy, have I been keeping busy. I have been creating some very exciting things, and I'm very excited to be able to share them with you, which is exactly what this video is about. Even though this is going to kind of just be like an introduction to some stuff, and we'll talk more about it later. Essentially, what I've been working on for the past couple weeks, more so than that really, but really focused in the last couple of weeks, has been the reconstruction of the Paradigm Shift Central website. And of course, for those of you who may not be entirely familiar, I'm a director for ParadigmShiftCentral.com, the real-world interactive game to help shift consciousness. And it is a game about being able to encourage people to choose to be the change that they wish to see by creating a website that functions as a collaborative community hub for a team of conscious media creators as well as conscious community leaders, and encouraging people to get out there, to take action in their community, to do things like free hugs, hack the matrix with love, and essentially help accelerate the shift in consciousness by planting those seeds and doing little things that make the big difference. So a big part of this project, and this, again, normally this video is being filmed on Thursday. Normally we'd be having team building hangouts and everything like that. This video is kind of a substitute to that, to be able to invite you guys to check out the main website in the meantime, because any absence of team building hangouts in the past is going to be very much reciprocated full force as this new website activation process takes place. So what I'm going to do, I'm basically going to put on a screen share. I'm going to show you guys what it is that we got going on. And again, just like the core intentions of this project are about building a global team of shifters. And this is about thinking of the website as a portal for a collective media production team, a collective media production house. So within the website, you have people who are creating what we refer to as quest journals and conscious articles. And then I'm going to kind of show you a little bit more about that. But in addition to that, we also have the recent introduction of the Paradigm Shift teams, and I'm going to explain more about that. But really focusing on the gamification aspect of that, this project. And again, you know, the reason why I'm talking to you guys here is just to be able to get this information out there, bring everyone up to speed as much as possible, and then to invite you guys to be a part of this. This is the point in the project where we're kind of not necessarily starting from scratch, but we're entering into a new phase. We're entering through this next precipice. And so those who want to be involved at this point, this is a very exciting point to be involved with. So as a game, you know, this is about being able to work towards the objective of helping shift consciousness, but doing it in a fun, in a playful, and an engaging and entertaining and exciting and inspiring way. So nonetheless, I'm going to switch over to screen share, and I'm going to show you guys what the website looks like now. If you remember what it looked like in the past, you know, people were saying, be like, oh, it's not loading properly. The load time's hard, and the design is just kind of a little bit confusing and everything. So, and again, sorry for like drawing this out, but part of what the website is now is really kind of like bringing to life that gamification aspect of it. So in the same way you play other games like real-time strategies and multiplayer, online multiplayers and things like that, you have your menus and your layouts and your objectives and everything. Let me just show you what I'm talking about, and you guys will be able to see that the main website, again, ParadigmShiftCentral.com, is much more than just your average website. So let me switch over to screen share. So bringing it up right here, this isn't anything really new. This is just emphasizing that the main portal page, so when people go right to ParadigmShiftCentral.com, this is what they're going to land on. This is going to be modified again. You know, the website is ongoing in construction, but a lot of it has been completed to the point where I'm able to show you. So what we're going to do, if it's your first time here, I would recommend you just go to enter the game. So from there, we're going to go right into the game. And we're going to bring things up inside the game menu here. So inside like the game interface. So right away, you're going to notice some things are going to be very different from those of you who have previously been engaged within the website. This is essentially all of the new, and I wish you could see my mouse and everything like that. You could see where I'm clicking. But essentially what I'm showing you here is this new layout menu. So a lot of this stuff has been cleaned up. A lot of this stuff has been refined. If you remember, there was previously like a menu across the top that is no longer there. Instead, it has been substituted with all of these strategically created menu buttons. These are your HUD buttons, your heads up display buttons. So what we're going to do, we're going to kind of show you guys real quick what each of them do. In the meantime, you know, if you were to scroll down through the page, essentially this looks pretty similar. Nothing in particularly here is too new. If anything, it's just been kind of cleaned up. I've kind of taken out some stuff. Here's some of the shift teams, which I'll get into in a moment, and how you can be involved with those as well. But what we're going to do, we're going to start off with the menu. So if you were to go to your bottom left, and again, you know, check this website out on your own, and it's very designed to be mobile responsive. So yeah, so first of all, you can see where I'm selecting here by these menus actually highlighting. So a big part of the design has actually been like this aesthetics part. So if I were to go up at the top, you'd actually see the buttons growing in size and highlighting themselves, and that's a part of the visual setting that creates the experience of the game. And the buttons in themselves, you got like this cool little rotating mandala in the background, and the buttons here are kind of sacred geometry, platonic solids, Metatron cube type thing. So we're going to get right into it, and I'll try not to make this video longer than a couple hours. God forbid. So here's the menu button. So let's click our first button. So clicking our first button, the menu pops up right here. Now from here, again, you've got a lot of selections, and I'm not necessarily going to go over all of them, but this is basically just a new menu interface with everything that you need kind of in one spot. And just again, encouraging you guys to check that out. Some of the things have been shifted around in categories. For example, you have the shift teams category, which you can quickly see your teams. And again, I'll explain more about the teams in a second. Then again, you got your conscious articles and your central news and your quest journals. But you also have the video catalog here, which is just, again, like helping compartmentalize a lot of the data that we have archived on the site here, including, again, a lot of the community videos. And then underneath game assets, a lot of the stuff that was previously under other menus now kind of exists under game assets. This is kind of like almost not necessarily a miscellaneous category, but basically anything here that is of significance within the game to be able to help you navigate it. So again, just check out the game assets. Maybe there's some new stuff in there you haven't checked out, including the video game mindfulness, the video games training room, which doesn't work on mobile, FYI, but it's still there. Then you got your quest items market, which is, again, that's going to be expanded on in the future. Eventually, we're going to be having like more of like a digital market where people can actually post their own items that they're creating as well. But of course, you got your shift buttons, your light guardian crystals, your shift shirts, and your space light formula as well. And then you also have a search button, but the search button's a little finicky right now. So if you were to click that, your search bar is going to appear at the bottom, but don't worry about that too much. That's still kind of just what it is. It's not the best. So anyways, when you click a button at the bottom, it highlights it here and it shows you that your menu is still open. So if you click it again, then that menu is going to close. So that helps you navigate. So again, you know, the reason why I'm making this video is just to give you a brief introduction, but a lot of this design on this website is very intuitive now. So down here, you got kind of like your main interactive buttons. Every single button here is going to open up a window within the frame. So I'll show you real quick by opening up the voice chat. So just by clicking on the voice chat, without loading the page up into a new section, it's just opening up a frame within the entire page. And here you got your voice chat. This is going to be a very exciting feature that is going to allow us to connect on the fly. And it's basically going to be a platform for us to be able to engage between team building hangouts, official team building hangouts, and to collaborate as teams within the teams, and to be able to essentially create a synthetic form of telepathic communication across the entire team network. So that's your voice chat right there. And again, you click it again and it's going to close. Then you got your ping map. You bring that up, and that's a really cool tool because that is showing you exactly where people are tuning in from. And you can see a little blip there. And if you would click on it, it would open up in another window with more information. Plus, it shows you the amount of visitors on the site right now. So there's only 2 visitors on the site right now, but more people, like people are continuously finding it throughout the day. Like since earlier today, there's been at least like close to 100, maybe like 60-ish people who have just kind of stumbled on the website. But again, I haven't been promoting the website since it's been under reconstruction. We're waiting until it's kind of like close to finish the main reconstruction, which at this point it is, before we start inviting people. Hence why I'm telling you guys, because you guys are the first ones to know. So again, if you want to get dibs on like getting involved with this, then this is the invitation. So then you got your team map. So again, you know, the team map was something that that has been around previously on the website, and this is a super awesome feature, and it's great just to be able to click around and learn about some of the other shifters within the game. So I encourage you guys to just use the map and just click around and to just kind of like learn about who each person is within the game, to use this map to find people where you are. Again, you know, it's really exciting just to be able to check people, learn more about them, and also get links to their stuff. So of course you can see the link to the profile, which is a profile within the website. And then of course you got all of the information, which is again very gamified. You got your primary elements, your astrological signs, archetypal patterns and passions, skills, and interests. So from there, it really gives you like a clear overview of who the people are. And again, you know, like if it's someone close to you, perhaps it's someone who you can even like get in contact with, and this map will become very useful for coordinating and developing paradigm shift communities in the future. And of course, if you click the buttons at the bottom just for the communities, then you get your lists on the side. So if you just want to see the communities, then you just click on the bottom where it just says Paradigm Shift Communities. If you just want to see shifters, you click the shifters button. So again, you can see all the different communities here. Again, this isn't really anything new. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but I'm just showing you guys the fact that it is now easily accessible right off the bat. So again, you know, everything that you need is like super accessible within the website now. And if you're on mobile, this is going to open in a new window. And if you want, you can open it in a new window there. And from there, we're going to show the player activity. So the player activity is one of my favorite features, because this was something that, you know, the website always kind of like had a little bit of a struggle with, because, you know, it wasn't easy to be able to see all the updates and everything. This is something like, you guys have to understand how much coding has gone into this, like literally pages and pages and pages of coding. And a lot of it was stuff that I was learning as I was doing it. And it's been really exciting to be able to do it as well. So again, what you have here, your player activity, similar to what you get on like Facebook or anything like that in the side, this is basically telling you the recent things that have happened on the website. So for example, you can see Beth here has posted a post within the mental health team. And again, I'll explain more about the teams shortly as we go through this. And you can see Brianna has also posted in the mental health. And so this is like a small conversation just within the mental health team. And then you keep scrolling, and then you can see like new players that have joined. Shout out to Alex. And you can see new quest journals that have gone up. So this is going to come really handy as the project begins to speed up a little bit. You know, you want to see what's new, you click the player feed and it's going to load up really fast right there. And again, this website has been so optimized. Everything that's on this is like only loading when you click it. So when you load the website for the first time, it's not going to load every single attribute until you click these buttons, which is part of the design as to how it works. So before I get to the green buttons, I'm just going to go over the obvious ones with the blue buttons. So again, the main things within the website, you got your quest journals. And right here, you got your media feeds easily accessible on the fly. You don't have to go to a separate page. So if you're on mobile, if you're on desktop, it's really easy to just like click through these and to see what's new. So you don't have to wait to get like an email from somebody else, from myself, to say like, oh, you know, go to this link. What I want you guys to do is to make a habit of really just like spending more time on the Paradigm Shift Central website, to bookmark it and to check it out throughout the day. Get in the habit of loading these things up so that you can see for yourself what is new using your own notifications based on your memory of things. And so again, you got your quest journals, your conscious articles. And again, when you're done using something, just close it. You can open multiple windows at once, but again, it's just going to load more on the computer. So it's just easier when you just close it, such as that. Now, a new feature, not necessarily new, but just kind of something that is going to be more implemented into the future is the shift missions. So right here, I got to make some new ones based on the updates on the website. But again, these are going to be the things. I don't know why it's glitching like that. Actually, I think it's just because of the frame width or something. That's interesting. Again, still finding little mysteries here and there within the website. So as to why it's dancing, I'll have to check the code and figure that out. But anyway, so in the same way you can display your conscious articles, what you can do is you can pull up your shift missions, and these are going to be little objectives within the website that are going to help give you direction on things you can accomplish, be it related to creating quest journals, be it related to helping promote certain social media feeds or certain like articles on the website. A lot of that is going to kind of be revealed as we go through it. So anyways, that's the shift missions there. Yeah, I'll go into the green buttons here. So again, the green buttons up at the top, these are some of my favorites here. So I'm going to click the top left one. This is PSC TV, Paradigm Shift Central TV. So what's really beautiful here is that with Paradigm Shift Central TV, this is not a new feature on the website, but because of the way that we've designed it now, it is now super prominent. It is a core part of the website experience, especially for people who are newly visiting it and for people who are returning. Essentially, what this is that it opens up a frame, and every time you click and reopen this, it is actually pulling a new synchronistic video from a playlist of like well over 500, like almost like well over 500, like it's getting closer to 1,000 community videos. So these aren't just random videos on YouTube, these are videos specifically by community members. So if you're someone who has submitted content to the website, if you've created a video and posted it to the website, then this is how your stuff gets implemented into the feed. And then essentially what this does is that everything old becomes new again. So shout out to Brianna. So again, that's actually a new video that's showing up there, interestingly enough. But again, you know, if you click this again, and then you're going to keep like pulling up more videos. Then of course you click play, and then it's just going to keep playing through. And the only thing with this, and I'm trying to figure out if I can change it somehow, is that it doesn't show you the title of the video before you click on it. But like once you click on it, it may take half a second, but then it's going to have the video title within the left there. And then if you're on desktop, right click, copy video URL, and paste that into a new window to be able to open it directly on YouTube as well. And be sure to, again, as the information says here, subscribe to the authors as well. So again, the Paradigm Shift Central TV is so exciting because essentially it is like drawing tarot card, but using video. So say if you like jump on the website and you're just like, oh man, like I wonder what video the website's got for me today, you know? And like, boom, Xylock shows up, sending his blessings and his cosmic love out of his salad bowl of light, which is, this is a good episode. I recommend you checking out. It's like Xylock. I'll just see if I can play real quick. It's like Xylock kind of in this like little like sitcom style comedy with him and Gabe. And yeah, I know it's just going to be kind of like jumpy and stuff here, but yeah, go check it out on the website, or go jump on the PSC TV and see if you can find it within the feed algorithms of it synchronistically showing up for you. So again, you know, I'll click that again, and boom, there's a new video right there. So again, you can see that this website is being tailored for people who are coming onto it for the first time. And this is going to be a very different website experience. It's, you know, it's similar to things like Facebook in some ways, and yet it's unique in its own way. And it's similar to video games, you know, in terms of your menus and everything. And there's lots to click on, and there's lots of stuff to open and to unveil in the moment. So again, PSC TV, awesome. Check it out on the website, fully activated right now. And you can get your content added by submitting your content through the website as quest journals. And so you also have the button here for the new videos. So again, all the videos within the PSC TV eventually come through the new videos feed. And so again, this is just like a convenient way of seeing about the top 50 recent videos, give or take, maybe a little bit less, maybe like 30 or 40. And so again, this is just an awesome way to be able to help broadcast people's community content, you know, like community content being created by people in the community, state the obvious. And it's a really, really awesome way for, again, you know, like I've been making videos for X number of years, but the big part of this project is like creating a platform for all of us to be able to make sure that we have our videos seen and to make sure that we have our voices heard, because that's a really powerful thing within the Shift. It helps inspire one another, and it helps inspire other people to create their own videos as well. So check the new videos feed as things are coming through, because that is constantly going to be evolving as more content is being released. So again, super accessible. You know, you jump onto the site, oh, what's new? Jump in the video feed and boom, you know, like you got your stuff right there. And then from there, the next button on there is the radio button. Now, this is a really, really exciting feature that is going to be implemented in the future. Essentially, what we have here within this top part here, this, as it is labeled, as you can see, is Paradigm Shift Radio. And now we're kind of in the process. Like, Paradigm Shift Radio never left. It was just, it was the team building hangouts and the dream classes and the destiny schools and everything like that, and the global meditations. But it's just, you know, it's broadcasting through radio in that sense. This is basically a feature that we are including in the website where I'll be able to broadcast on the fly from my mobile device and basically just be able to invite people and be like, yo, I'm broadcasting live on paradigmshiftcentral.com. And you just send people right to the website. And I'm still going to, like, you know, brainstorm as to how exactly we'll be able to play around with this. But essentially, if I was broadcasting right now, you'd be able to click through here and basically you'd be able to listen to myself talking through the radio and talking to you guys while we're on the website, while we're collaborating on stuff as well. So I'm still kind of brainstorming exactly the best ways to utilize this, but we will be playing around with it in the near future. So again, you scroll down here, still with under the radios tab. This is something really exciting. This is a SoundCloud playlist of music featured by featured music by creators within the Paradigm Shift Central community. So you got some stuff here, Napintusk, which is Danny Leonardo, and that is like her music. And I don't know if you can hear it, but I'll just like play real quick. But she's got some amazing stuff. So you might be able to hear that just playing in the background. But I'm just going to pause that there. But I encourage you guys to go check it out. The playlist is going to be building over time, and this is in collaboration with the music team. And you also got some stuff on there by Dane Henderson, and you also got some stuff in there by Drew. You got some stuff in there by Drew Trollock as well. So again, you know, if you guys have your own music on SoundCloud that you guys want to be able to help get featured through the community, then just make sure that you're communicating with me and I'm aware of it and I can add it to this playlist. So again, you know, if you're looking for conscious music, check out what's underneath the radio tab. And then underneath the bottom here, this is nothing new, but this is essentially where you would go to get any of the recordings for recent broadcasts that have taken place on the main website. So if you scroll through here, you can see them. This literally goes through like all of the broadcasts. If we were to scroll all the way down there, there's well over like, you know, geez, I don't even know. I almost want to count, but I know it's going to be like well over 200 broadcasts, recordings, all available, all easily accessible. Now, if you click on the title, just FYI, if you're on desktop and you click on the title here, that's going to open up in the Blog Talk Radio. If you click on this little podcast icon, that's going to open up directly into the MP3. If you right click on the podcast icon and go to save link as, that's how you download your MP3. So again, this is the radios tab, and yeah, that's pretty much it. But I encourage you guys to check it out. And if you're playing something through the radio tab and then you close it up at the top, it's still going to keep playing in the background, which is a unique feature for the radio tab. So if you're to open up again, it would be where you left off. So that's pretty cool. So last button on the top is the vote button. And so the vote button, some of you guys would have heard me talking about this in the past Paradigm Shift team building hangouts. This is a really cool feature that is an incentive to be able to help encourage people within their creation of quest journals and other interactions within the community. So essentially what you have here, this is a voting system where people can place one new vote every 12 hours for a shifter of their choice based on recent quest journals or contributions to the website. And then at the end of the current round, the top three with the most points receive 20 shift button credits each. And so, of course, shift buttons are, you know, you saw me wearing one at the beginning of the video. A lot of you guys already know what they are, but those are potent tools to be able to help hack the matrix. And they're kind of like our own in-game currency as well. So it's not necessarily like sending them 20 shift buttons, shipping included right off the bat. But it is a way to be able to give them the credits so that when they are ready to order some shift buttons, they can add those into their package as well. Or we can allocate some funds from the team Patreon to be able to help cover any shifting as need be to make sure that people will get them regardless. So it's a really, really exciting way to be able to show support for the community. So again, what I want people to get in the habit of is to check the vote every 12 hours, see if there's anything necessarily new, and also just be able to show their support. So if you were to hover your mouse over here, you can click on the authors as well as the individual entries. So if using Michelle Infinity as an example, if we were to click there, you can see one of the quest journals that she has, and then underneath it is a second quest journal entry that she has. So I'm going to click on Michelle's name there, even though in 12 hours later, I'm going to cast my vote for somebody else. And then I'm going to go down to the bottom, and then I'm going to click love. And then you do that, and then you get your results showing up right away. And down at the bottom, you can see, so there's been 38 votes. It says 0 days. That's just a glitch because I had to reset the timer. But nonetheless, this has sort of been in beta phase, but there have been people interacting with it as the website's been under construction. But as we kind of go through it, this is still kind of something we're feeling out in a lot of ways. But it is a really cool feature. It's just be able to show, give people that extra incentive in terms of creating, and also to show that they are appreciated in terms of what it is that they are contributing as well. So I'm going to close that button there. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So again, you got your buttons at the top, and you got your other buttons at the top, and then you got your buttons down in the bottom left. And if you're on mobile, I'll just kind of see if I can throw this into developer mode, because if I do that, then you can actually see what it looks like in mobile. It's been really challenging because I've had to sort of design this to be mobile responsive as much as I can, and I've done a pretty kick-ass job with it, I would say. It would have been easy for me to not make it mobile responsive, but it took the extra work to make it mobile responsive, and that's going to go a long way. So again, if you're on mobile, this is essentially pretty much what it would look like, and the buttons there are still accessible. So if you were to click them there, it would pop up. If you were to click the quest journal at the top, it would come out, and it's maybe a little bit glitchy. I know like some of the stuff, like the scrolling on it is a little bit finicky. If it is, just let me know. Hopefully in the future, all of that will sort of be optimized, because it's not so much the coding, it's more just kind of like the phones themselves. So I'm just going to expand that back, and we're just going to go over just a couple other things. Now, if you're logged into the website, one of the things that you're going to notice is that in the bottom right, you actually have 2 chats. So if you weren't logged into the website as a profile within the website, within the game, you would just see this top live chat, this one right, the one on top, the bigger one. Now, if you click that, that's the public live chat. And if you click on there, you can log in either as a guest or with Facebook, and it's super easy. So this is kind of just like, again, this is kind of like the place where anybody can kind of just like drop messages into the chat, and during the live broadcast, people can jump in there, and it's super accessible. But it's not necessarily like always going to be the primary chat for team members. What we actually have underneath this is a new feature, which is specifically a chat within the Paradigm Shift team members. So even though there's nobody else online here, if they were online, you would see them in the right, and then you have your individual window for the team chat, which the chat doesn't stay permanently, like it disappears, like the text disappear. And then you can also like open up like individual messages with people as well. So as we get into the teams and everything like that, this is going to come in very handy. And from there, other things on the site is the buttons on the side, which again aren't necessarily anything new, but what is going to be sort of emphasized as the project evolves is how to use these buttons effectively. So say if you're like on a quest journal, so I'm gonna load up a quest journal right here. So I'm gonna click on the quest journals, and I'm gonna go to this new quest journal right here. Now, again, this is gonna kind of be brought into more detail later on. And just even before I mention that, this is kind of like the new layout for any of the pages with entries such as quest journals and everything like that. I've cleaned it up. I've kind of removed some of the elements, and yeah, you'll be able to check that out. And there's still some stuff that was previously there. we're just kind of I'm just kind of seeing it's just kind of like freezing on the load right now, but that's also because of the Google Hangouts. But it's good for me to be able to see how much it's going to lag while doing a Google Hangout, because essentially I want to be able to have both fully functioning as well. But unfortunately, Google Hangout seems to take a mass amount of resources sometime. Yeah, see, it was just like telling me, it was like, oh, your page isn't responding. But even though it is, sometimes it just takes a second. So if you're ever in a team building Hangout and you want to be on the website, it does work. And I think that's going to refine itself over time. So again, if you're in a quest journal here, you got your main quest journal on the left, and then on the right, you got just like all the tabs. You got your support options here for shifters, and that's a really important thing. Other shifters on Patreon, I encourage you guys to check that out. You got your meditation, your guided story meditation. So again, for people who are new to the website, this is presenting them with some really amazing conscious media content. The guided story meditations are super powerful. So to be able to get those in front of people so that they can listen to them is really important. And then you got your advertisements for the internal market items, such as the shift buttons and the Light Guardian pendants, which help support the project. And again, the shift buttons are available through the Team Patreon supporters. Shout out to the Team Patreon supporters. Much love to you guys. And then also within here, again, knowing that some people are going to visit the site and they won't click all the buttons right away. That's why some of the stuff is duplicated here. So you have your feeds also viewable here, and you have your Paradigm Shift Central TV. So every time you load a quest journal, essentially someone's also loading a random video, a synchronistic video from somebody in the community as well. So anytime a quest journal gets shared, it's essentially being able to connect people with everyone's content as well. So if you just keep scrolling down, you just have other stuff there, and there's a future live broadcast schedule as well. So what I was going to do, I was going to mention in particular that's weird actually, like the sharing buttons on the side aren't even there right now. I think that was an issue just because like the loading kind of hung there. But if I reload this, I'm 100% certain that they are going to show up. And if they don't, then it just means I got another mystery to figure out with this. But making this website has been beautiful. It's been so much problem solving, and it's been really intuitive and really inspiring and really enlightening. So again, you got your buttons here. So again, what we're going to be doing within the website, part of the shift missions and part of the coordination through the radio, is going to be about helping share people's content and inviting people back to the main website. So you're going to see these buttons on the side here, and I'm not going to get into too much detail, but if you were to click, say, for example, on the Facebook one, then that's going to easily, even though you can't see it, it just opened up a new frame to say, like, post this right to Facebook, and then I can do that really quick. So again, I encourage you to click those buttons for yourself. And the buttons on the side there, they also have, again, Facebook, Twitter, and also Reddit and Gmail Plus, which I don't even know if anybody uses Gmail Plus anymore. And also StumbleUpon, which is something that I use, but I encourage other people to use it as well. So whenever part of the objective of the game is like when you see like something cool that inspires you, help out the team by sharing it. And then you also have counts here for the amount of shares as well. So you can think of the shares as kind of like points within the game. It's kind of like reference and stuff like that. And then each quest journal entry, as much as I can get the coding assigned to every entry manually, will also have a web counter at the bottom. So here, this one says 51. Unfortunately, due to the web counter that we're using, it's not unique views. It's actually like any views. So keep in mind that that number is not necessarily going to reflect the amount of people who read it, but it's still going to represent kind of like a point system. You can think of it in terms of just like the amount of traffic that has in some way been through the page. So you can see this article here by Katrine has 51 views, but honestly about like recently 30 of those have been from me like doing stuff on the page and refreshing it here. So from there, guys, I just want to move you guys through the shift teams, and then we're going to wrap up this video. And yeah, just another thing within the menu here, to post your new content, go to your journey and then go to new quest journal or new conscious article. And just a quick difference, the difference between quest journals and conscious articles: quest journals can be thought of as like the place to really just like practice creating, whereas conscious articles is an extension of that. and the conscious articles are going to be more focused content, more like you put more effort into the conscious articles. So the conscious articles are going to be a little bit more like detailed to them. They're going to be longer. They're going to have like particular videos that are going to be like even more like highly edited. They're just going to be like slightly kind of more like more intention kind of put into some of the content. So some of the questionnaires you might see might be kind of like not super intricate, which is totally cool because this is all just practice. Whereas the conscious articles are going to be a little bit different. They're going to stand out a little bit more. And again, like within the timeline, I know I'm just kind of multitasking here, but within the timeline of, you know, quest journals within the broadcast feed, these are going to kind of move pretty fast. You know, you're going to see new quest journals quicker than you'll see central news, or sorry, conscious articles. So if you see, you know, if you create something that ends up in a conscious article, it's going to end up within this its own top feed longer than it might in a quest journal. So in that sense, it's just kind of like a different type of algorithm for presenting conscious media as well, and for setting examples. And again, for the central news is again where you can go to see past team building hangouts and the dream classes and the other broadcasts and the global meditations, as well as project updates. So if you're looking for either what's new or what's coming up, keep an eye on the central news. That'll be one of the places where you can see what's coming up as well. So again, you know, a big part of this project is really, and I'll just say this real quick because I'm about to get into the shift teams, is I want you guys to be able to make a habit of checking the website on your own and checking for updates on your own, so you don't depend on getting an email from me, because we live in a day and age where emails simply don't reach people 100% of the time. The only way for a notification to get to you 100% is for you to manually go check it. So it's just inviting that little extra level of participation, but now you got lots of awesome reasons to come to the site, because it's browsing the site is actually a really fun experience now that it has been fully activated and continues to be fully activated. So what I was going to do, I was going to show you guys the shift teams. So I'm going to go to the shift teams here, and I'm going to click there right on the title shift teams to bring you to the shift teams menu. So the shift teams is a really cool feature within the game. You know, within other websites, how you kind of have forums and different categories and stuff. The shift teams is kind of similar, because it's a way to compartmentalize focus and discussion related to particular topics, and to work towards specific objectives and shift missions within the game, for those who sort of align themselves with specific teams. So I'm not going to get into full details, but again, you know, you got a variety of teams here. And at this point, if you have a profile on the website, you are invited to go to the shift teams and to join the teams that you are interested in. All the teams are open right now. Normally, you would need to get like an invitation. Right now, all the teams are open. So we're kind of leaving it open only for a bit. I don't like, just for the time being. So if you're looking to like join one of these teams, go ahead and you can do it. All you have to do is make sure you have a profile on the main website. So as an example, some of these shift teams, they're focused towards individual objectives related, or specific objectives related to the creation of conscious media, as well as just conscious discussion within the community. So loading it up here, for some reason it doesn't show the logo properly when the screen's that size, but if I were to change it, then maybe that would work. Actually, I have no idea why the logo there isn't, I guess, whatever. I don't think that's really in my control. Anyways, so this is the animation team. So again, if you go here and you look at the team objectives, state the obvious, the animation team is about creating animation. Right now, I'm the only person in the team, but it doesn't mean there aren't other people who are doing animation. It just means that the shift teams are still very much in the genesis of their creation. And within each team basically has like their own mini website of their own. And so within here, you got your members, and you got your creations blog, and you got your projects forum. So what is happening here is that people are going to be using the shift teams to focus discussion and to focus collaboration and co-creation. And another cool thing is that the teams will also be able to schedule their own hangouts. Right now, this is referred to as online work peers. I'm going to change that to scheduled hangouts. And again, you know, they also have their own team video chat, as well as an imagination board where they can practice drawing and stuff like that. I'll just load up the imagination board real quick, just so you can get a visual understanding of what the imagination board is. Nothing too crazy, but the imagination board, if you go here and you have like multiple people, then you can practice drawing as well. Oh, so it's got like leftover notes from before as well. So that's kind of cool. So, you know, it's just kind of a neat place to be able to assume that you're in the voice chat with somebody else on your team, and then you're using your imagination board in another window to be able to communicate ideas and brainstorm. And so again, if you were to go here, you also have your mobile voice chat and you have your team video chat. And so just clicking on the team video chat, because this is going to be something you guys are going to want to know about. Team video chat is the link's only available to people within individual teams. So from the team video chat, you're going to follow another link here. And then if I were to click this link, it's going to open. I'm not sure if it will mess up the Google Hangout, but I'm going to click it anyways. If I were to click here, it's going to open the video chat program for this is called AppearIn. And so we haven't used it a lot, but we're going to be using it, and it does have its own mobile app. And so this is basically, you can't see my video, but if there's other people there, then you'll be able to see them. And you can also do like screen share within this. So this is like a quick way for us to like jump into a chat and to be able to video chat with people. And again, you know, this is going to be something that's going to be evolving over time, and we're using it for the purpose of collaboration on projects, in particular, you know, for the animations team. Now, going back to the other teams, you can see some of the other teams, each of them is kind of unique. Each team kind of has its own kind of unique attributes and its own focus as well. So that's why, you know, like not everyone's going to be on every team. Some people are only going to be on a few teams. So the music team are shifters within the community, and they're going to be talking about collaborating music. Some of their objectives are to create a catalog for music for people to even use, and even for the video production team to actually be able to go to the music team's page and to find links to music that has been created by community members for them to be able to use in video production. So a lot of these teams are going to be cross-referencing. And again, this is where you're really thinking of the website as a media production house. So, you know, like the video production team is going to be collaborating with the music team, but each one has its own unique goals. And so again, you know, just going over them really quick, a music team is about creating music. The mobile app team is about creating the mobile app. Animation is about animation. Reality Encyclopedia is about creating what is going to be referred to as a reality encyclopedia, which is going to be, again, an encyclopedia on the website that is going to be a very powerful tool for people to be able to learn about this reality. And that's something that we're going to be building over time. Again, that concept of the reality encyclopedia team has been within the project for many generations. And then you got your conscious articles team. So the conscious articles team is a really cool one, because again, you know, like rather than just like working on a conscious article by yourself, and shout out to the Forest Spirit animation GIF. I just uploaded that as like a temporary animation GIF, and now I'm just like tempted to keep it there. But anyways, so within the articles team, so you can already see there's a few people who have joined the articles team. Within any of the teams, you also got your quick message wall. So this is like a quick place to communicate. But in addition, you also got your team forum. So before even posting an article, for example, Beth, who, again, shout out to her, she's been kind of seeing the ongoing evolution of the upgrades on the website. What we're doing is we're inviting people to post within the sections of their team as they're working on projects before they reach completion. So Beth was writing here about an article that she wanted to write about. So again, you know, she's talking about writing lighthearted articles, and I gave her the topic of top 3 reasons to get out in nature. And since Beth posted this, she actually wrote the article, and we're going to be moving it over to Conscious Articles very shortly. And so she wrote about what she was talking about, what she was planning to write about here. You know, this is before the article took place. She's like, okay, this is what I'm going to write about. I'll share it once I get there. And then so she like posted some images that she ended up using. And again, you know, this is like a draft that she entered there. And so if I was paying attention to the player activity feed, this information for her posting there would have been what would have showed up a few days ago. So if I were to actually like scroll back here you can see this is exactly what we're looking at right here. It's just from a couple days ago. You can see it's on Saturday. So the player activity feed can go back pretty far actually. And just a little glitch, because again, you know, it's not perfect. It's just kind of, you can tell it's like this makeshift player activity feed. But to get more, just click here, just jumping over to player activity feed, just explaining with you guys. If you're to click, and then from there it loads up more, so you can keep loading. But if you scroll all the way past here, then you're going to pass the notification that says scroll back up. And then you scroll back up, and then you click more again, and then that's going to go there. So I'm just going to close the player activity feed. So again, this is really cool because what we're going to see here within the future of the Conscious Article team, we're going to see a lot of people within the forums talking about article ideas before they are actually created. So again, the articles are a very powerful part of the Paradigm Shift Central website, because those are going to be the articles that we're going to be posting a lot through Facebook, as well as the Quest journals, to be able to help get these inspirational ideas out to people, and to, again, also invite them back to the website so they can be involved into the creation of their own conscious articles if they choose. So other teams, you got your Dreams team. Now, again, the Dreams team is really cool because essentially the Dreams team is basically what the Dream class is about, but now that has a separate team. So in the same way the Dream class would be like an ongoing discussion about dreams, that's what Dreams teams is. And they got their own forum and their own video chat. All the teams have their own video chat. And so people who are in Dream teams, those again would be people who are like looking to share tips and insight and document their ongoing practices, and to be able to help encourage and inspire people as well. And then from there, you also got your video production team. Of course, one of my personal favorites, the video production team, is exactly what it sounds like. People go in there to talk about video production, and as well as strategies, equipment, editing software, projects that are in development, and also collaboration on projects. And you can cross-reference with other people within the production team to be able to say like, hey, you know, like, can someone, you know, provide me with some like cool graphics or anything like that? Video production team can do that. And video production team can even cross-reference with animation team, and again with music team as well. So again, you can see several of the teams will link into other teams as much as it is applicable. And then of course you have the mental health team, which is a very important team, and one that I know a lot of people are very adamant about being a part of as well. So within the mental health team, just clicking on that again, you know, each team kind of has its own unique layout within their team. So again, within the team here, you have your discussion forum, and you have your voice chat, your scheduled video chat. And again, you know, like, this is going to be a place where people can support each other, related to, again, you know, just read the objective, the team objective of the mental health team: to create healthy, ongoing community discussion and support for those interested in the topic of mental health, to help destigmatize the topic for those and those related to it. Participation involved, and again, under the team overview for each one, it kind of has a bit of an overview if you're interested in what would be expected, not necessarily expected, but what you can do within each team. Sharing your voice, listening to others, providing links to resources, providing personal insight, advice, and support for each other. Private team voice and video chat. So what's really cool is that within here, Beth has actually started a little bit of discussion here. And again, you know, huge shout out to Beth. I think it's really cool because Beth doesn't really use Facebook as much. So, you know, she's pretty excited about the idea that now Paradigm Shift Central operates as an ongoing social media platform that she can use to be able to interact with other people who are adamant and you know, passionate about helping change the world. So Beth is actually talking a really cool thing here about how throughout, you know, the evolution of the mental health team, how that there can be people within the team who would be available for like on-call support, you know, and be available for like voice chats and everything like that. And so shout out to Brianna as well. And Brianna is saying, you know, like, I'd be happy to help out with that as well. So that's going to be a really exciting thing, because, you know, like, the idea with the mental health team is that a lot of the people who are interested in shifting consciousness and things like that, it's challenging at times, and a lot of people, you know, who are kind of, you know, think of themselves as like star seeds and everything like that, can sometimes you know, simultaneously be dealing with a lot of mental health stuff. So this is a chance for us to be able to help support each other, and to, again, just be able to help create a loving and healthy and supportive environment for the community, and to help lead by example in a lot of ways. I feel what the mental health team can do here will have a ripple effect throughout the entire community as well. So with that said, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else in particular I really feel needs to be mentioned. I will say, if you go up here and go up to the team Patreon Shifter Booster Kits, that's where this is going to be updated and stuff like that. It's just kind of got some of the standard graphics. That's got links to the team Patreon. So if you click that, that's going to link you to the team Patreon. And again, shout out to everyone for the team Patreon. That is what makes this project possible. And that is where we each donate monthly micro amounts. And again, you know, the website now that's been activated, it is free. It is free for people to use. There's no like membership where you have to pay to access things. So the team Patreon helps keeps things available. So again, if you want to support this project, if you're just like, holy cow, Brendan, you've been doing some crazy stuff and this website looks awesome. One of the awesome ways that you can support is by becoming a Patreon supporter, and then you click become be a patron, and then you can select, if you select the $3, then you get a bunch of shift buttons, and if you select the $5 kit, then you get more shift buttons, but also with the massage wand and the crystal wrap. And yeah, so again, thank you guys so much for being a part of that. And I'll just kind of go back to the website here. So again, that's under menu and shifter booster kits, and we'll be coordinating more with the team Patreon in the future as we work towards milestones within the team Patreon, because the more that we reach milestones, the more that we'll be able to activate more features within the game, as well as to provide more free shift buttons for people in the community. And even, you know, like when I'm like out on the town, like doing you know, not just free hugs, but like Mystic Spider-Man stuff, and giving out food to homeless people. You can think of some of the funds from that going to help that as well. It's going to be able to help people in general in a lot of ways. So again, you know, small monthly micro donations add up as a team, and I think it's a really awesome thing. If for some reason Patreon doesn't work for you, you can check here. You can use like a monthly PayPal version as well. So yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. And to go back to like the main home screen, you can click on the banner like where it says Paradigm Shift Central. If you click that, then that takes you back to, again, this is kind of like your main landing screen. And the only thing here that I didn't mention is that when you are here, you can also check out the events just by scrolling down a bit, but it's also within your menu under game events and just past during Toulouse. So I'm still going to be refining some of the landing page and everything. So if you were to look under upcoming events, as I just went past it, if you look up under upcoming events in the future, that's where you'll see upcoming events. But most likely any upcoming event, unless it's like kind of like its own thing, will also be mentioned under the central news, such as a future broadcast. And you're going to be seeing some additional features within the website that are going to kind of have like pop-up windows that are going to let people know when we are live, with links easy to be able to join into the websites right away. So yeah, that's what we got, guys. And again, you know, I think what we are doing here is really, really exciting. This project has been in development for years and years, and at this point, because of the upgrades on the website, it is very much the game it always has intended to be. So how you play the game is literally by being on the website, by hanging out on it, by creating conscious media, by interacting through the shift teams, by communicating through the voice chat, by sharing things through social media, and so much more. So on that final note, I'll just say I think it's really cool because the moon is currently at a new moon. It's at 0% or it was 100% full moon. And what's kind of cool is that within the ping map, even though right now it says 69,220 views within the website. Earlier today, I was really taking notice because I knew it was going to pass a point where it was 69196, which is like kind of like a really cool sync mirror. So for me, I'm like, the fact that we crossed over that synchronization number, because 96 and 69 for me is a really cool sync number for me on the full moon at the same time, was like, wow, you know, like this is the universe kind of saying like, you know, this is some awesome divine alignment in action here. So very cool stuff, guys. Very exciting. So I'm going to switch back on the screen share here, and I'm just going to look you guys down the lens, giving that a second so it hops over. And perfect. Awesome, guys. Again, thank you so much for being involved with this project. For those of you who've been involved in the past and those of you who may be new, this project is, like I said, things are about to get very, very exciting at this point. And I think what's exciting is that we want to keep taking it slow. We're not at the point where we're trying to invite like 1,000 people to start interacting through the website. The people who I'm looking to interact with the website, I'm looking for people who again, resonate with the idea that this is a collective conscious media production team, among other things. So again, some people might be joining and connecting to, say, the dream team, and that may be their bread and butter to just be involved in that discussion. Some people may be focusing on the mental health team, and there's a lot of different places for people to interact within this project. And so you can think of the project again as very much like a kingdom or a spaceship. And within this kingdom, there's different areas and there's different places that people can go, and they can find their roles within this community as well. So as a director, as a team captain amongst many captains, I'm really excited to be able to create with you guys, because as to what exactly will happen the entire way, that's part of the mystery, but that's part of the excitement of the co-creating, because I'm inviting you guys to co-create as well. So awesome, guys. I think this video was probably under 2 hours. And again, this video is kind of like a substitute for a team building hangout, but a lot of the stuff within this video will be talked about again in future broadcasts. And just stay tuned. Make sure you're connected to the website. And if you haven't yet, connect on my Facebook at Skull Babylon. And again, check out the team Patreon at patreon.com/Brendan Culleton. I'll post the links below as well. And yeah, let's just end with a closing breath and just allowing you guys to go explore the website on your own and go check it out on mobile and jump in the live chat and let me know how it works for you. If there's any glitches or anything, let me know and stuff. And I'm going to keep refining it. So it's been a lot of work that's gone into this, guys, but I'm excited to be able to use it alongside with you. So it's a new toy for me too. So just allowing ourselves to smile, allowing ourselves to share in the joy and the excitement of the team momentum that we are building. And again, continuing to work towards being leaders within our own life, shining our own light, creating physical paradigm shift communities where we are, creating conscious media, documenting the story, and helping accelerate the shift in very, very real and exciting ways, bigger than we may even ever know. So let's just take a deep, gentle inhale here through the nose and just allow ourselves to relax. And just take a couple more breaths here, just a micro meditation. Just allow yourself to be in your own space of oneness. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking the time to watch this video. And from here, again, your shift mission is to go check out the website, to be on the website, to hang out on the website, to check it, to bookmark it, and to say hello in the live chat, and to be as involved as you choose to be. So thank you guys so much once again for watching this video. Please feel free to share the project with your friends as well as this video as well. Invite people, let them know what it is that we're doing, creating this global team of shifters, of light guardians as real world Jedis, hacking the matrix with love. So as a techno mage, as a techno wizard, I am grateful to be able to use my service to be able to help create this medium for all of us to be able to share together. So again, thank you guys for all your support. Thank you guys so much for all the ongoing co-creation that we're going to be doing together. And these next few months are going to be very, very exciting within the Paradigm Shift Central game. So much love, guys. Thank you so much. The infinity within me sees and honors the infinity within you. So as always, guys, keep it shifty. Much love, peace, wholeness, and I will see you guys in the future. There we go. See you guys later. Peace.